Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello, this is Lesley Ormsby, psychic medium, healer, teacher of spiritual and mystical things, and so much more. So part of the so much more that I do is these readings or messages that come through for each star sign or astrological sign. So you could be, depending on how you look at it, so and some call it horoscope. So anyway, I'm up to Capricorn now, and this is a weekly read or message or energy forecast that's coming through for you for the week of the 17th of June 2000 or 18th of June 2020. So as you if you don't know, I put videos up each week for you Capricorn on Thursdays, whether it's the monthly video or the weekly one. So in the description box below, it'll tell you what days I put the other signs on. So you can maybe want to check out your other signs that are connected with your birth dates. So on saying that, this is the messages that are coming through here are suitable for Capricorn, and whether you're watching in your for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. There's another card that's dropped out there. Sorry, I'm just going to have to get that one because it could be quite pertinent, that one. So, so check out those other signs. If you don't know what they are, there is a link in the description box below that will take you to a website that has a calculator on there, and to help you work that out. Okay, cool. So the other thing is that these reads are the messages that come through. They may or may not resonate with you right now. It may be something more so in the future, but and even though I've said the weekly ones, so it may not unfold for you until the end of the week, or maybe the beginning of the following week. So don't totally throw it out the window, because it may be something that's more coming up for you. Others of you may be in this right now, and it might give you a little bit more of clarification, so you're not going crazy. And others of you may be it may be something that you may intuitively feel that you may know where this could be going for you, and just to give you a little bit more of an idea of what is going on for you. Okay, and like I say, others of you may not even have a damn clue, and that's okay. That's okay. That's just the way it rolls. And some of you may, even further down the track, it may not resonate with you at all, and that's okay, because it's obviously not meant to. Okay, that's cool. So, and I just want to say thank you to all of you Capricornians who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. I super appreciate that. It just helps me to grow my channel, and I just encourage those of you who haven't to either do that now or at the end of the video. That would be really cool. And also I encourage you to leave a comment, whether give me a thumbs up if it does. I'm always curious to see how it works out for people. So and so that's cool. The other thing is, I also want to say thank you to those of you who are following me on my Facebook page, and you may have come across this, and I encourage you to follow and like my page, or like my page as well. Awesome. So just moving on to the reading now, or the messages that are coming through, because connecting with, there's a lot of, in my grounding, it was really tricky to ground today, and I just feel like it's not just me, that's about me, and it's not just about me that I'm feeling like this energy is for, and it may be and there's the thing is, last night, and you may have woken up this morning with feeling a little bit of anxiety, or a lot of anxiety, or overwhelmed with some energy and not really knowing why. So it could be that, because I was picking up on that turn, I feel like that's why I'm saying there was some of it is related to me, in the sense that I picked up on the same thing. And so some of you, and the fact that they've brought this to my attention to talk to you about it, is that some of you may have had the same feeling. So even though I'm creating this video on Wednesday, the 17th of June, it's when you may have felt it then, or you may be feeling it, the day that you watch this video. It could be that it may be that you're feeling it, you have been feeling that way, and so this is just an explanation about what could be happening. So a small smidgen of it will be, some of it will be yours, and you may have been picking up on, on something that's going on all around you, going on around you, about you at the moment. But it's also that, and you know, if you can't think of anything, that's cool, because it may not be that as anything to do with that with you as well. So it could be, what's likely I'm feeling is because this energy is moving and we're coming into this new moon phase that's on Sunday the 21st of June, and we're in a waning process at the moment, and we're, a lot of us, you know, no matter what star sign we are connected to, and or star signs we are connected to, a lot of us are consciously and subconsciously or unconsciously, you know, releasing things that no longer serve us any purpose for our highest good. So as we move into this new moon phase energy, and it's like there's a beautiful big energy with this moon. So we've been moving through, you know, like I was just doing some reading the other day about it, and there's different like energies that are coming through. So, and with helping us to either release stuff and to move as we're moving into, which we are now, we're in that phase, the waning moon phase, to release things that no longer serve us any purpose for our highest good. So there could be old projects that have come up, and there could be some, and it may be that you are feeling more inclined to bring to a closure, or bring to an end and closing up, finding closure or bringing closure to conflicts around you, within you, or with you, and also, you know, or a circle of friends or family or something like that. It could be workmates, it could be your boss, or whatever it is for you. It could be, you know, your children, whatever it is, some in that sort of sense. So it could even be with people who are in spirit over the other side there as well. So it's making, bringing closure to that, whatever that means for you. So, and it's all, so we're in, so it's a good time now, so we can move into this new moon energy, which is, you know, which is about, and you may be feeling like, you're feeling like more like you are lately, that you're wanting to give things a try and like, you know, do things, but every now and then you'll be pulled back. That's just the way of the cycle's going, and we're in a cycle now where, you know, and we're not actually necessarily being pulled back on, say that they just wanted me to go back a step. So I keep dropping things. These cards are like falling out all over the place, so excuse me. So it may be something that's coming out all over the place at the moment, so it might be a bit messy these last couple of months, or and that sort of thing, with something going on. But it's like, you know what, things are turning around, and we just got to look at it and not take them on board, but see it for what it is, and heal that situation within ourselves and also without of ourselves. It's like, and just, you know, taking and acknowledging our part in it, basically. So this is what this waning moon is about, is process as we're going into this full moon. And then we're going into this new moon, this new moon energy. So some of you can probably feel it, like there's something new, there's something different coming up. And you may be feeling in the last couple of months even more so, like you're like, yep, okay, I'm going to give this a good shot, you know. And you're maybe thinking a little bit more positive. This new moon energy, or this energy, is helping you to move through that and more closer to that. So, and then we'll get another little bit of a full moon and new moon energy that's going to like pull other things out of us, and we're not maybe going to like it, but it's worth it, because if, you know, acknowledging it and pushing through it, you know, not pushing through it in a way that you like not look at it. So it's just pushing through it as in chilling, you know, working your way through it in that sense. Okay, cool. So so because this new moon has, you know, if we allow it, the potential to take us to doing things, you know, bold things, you know, again. I say again because, you know, some of us have been there and been bold in the past. We all have been bold in the past, but for whatever project that you're working with, it may be it's something new for some of you, and that's why I say that, or why Spirit is saying that, is that there's something, you know, that is bringing this boldness about you to either, you know, build something new, or add on to something that you already know. So it's like, or I'm hearing like recreate something, so, or rebuild something. So, but I'm hearing for some reason lately they've been taking out the re. So, and what I've been saying, and I'm feeling like it doesn't feel right, because it's like, do you really want to recreate what it was before and not have that, you know, that's something in there? So it's like, looking at how that feels for you, and because you might not, it might feel all right for you for now, but later on it might say you might get what Spirit, or understand what Spirit is saying. So basically there's a new clean slate. So it's not like, that's where I feel like they're hearing why I'm hearing it more so lately, and understanding why I've been not wanting to say recreate, unless there's a need to, like for, say, a film or a movie. So it's like recreate that, so we get to understand what that story or that journey for those about that movie it was about. That's kind of like, so it's being mindful about the words we choose to use. So we're not like keeping on bringing through stuff. So it's acknowledging what is there. It's not saying that we're pushing it away or we're leaving it there, because it is a memory, and it's always going to be there, but it's not, we just don't have to live in it, okay? And we don't have to live in the same belief systems as what there was before. So there's this changing, I feel like, with a lot of us, about the belief systems, okay? So we're all at different stages of our learning, so it's like one step at a time, and I'm just hearing like, it's not going to happen overnight. We're not going to learn everything overnight, but it will happen, okay? Cool. So the first card out, interestingly enough, is Door to Spirit. So, and it's come in upside down, so, or in reverse position. And some of you are going to say, oh, well, what she's probably had those cards, where was that in reverse position anyway? And I'm going to say no. When I shuffled them, I actually felt that energy, and that somebody may question that, or some bodies may question that. So I turned every card in here up the correct way, and it fell out upside down or reverse. So there's something about in me saying that, for them to bring that up, that maybe you need to take notice of yourself, for not all of you, but some of you, about how you question things, and your, and it's like your, what is that word? I've forgotten what it is. It's not pulling it through. I guess you'll know what I mean by that. About how you question things, and that made me all that really trying to say. Funny. And the way that you question things, it's like there's one thing to be inquisitive, and there's one thing to like, oh God, I really want to find out what that word is that I'm trying to think of. But anyway, it's okay. I'm just going to like in the way that you question things. So anyway, and I've brought that up with Spirit. So for some reason, you may be questioning things about the spiritual realm, and maybe having to step outside of your comfort zone with your belief systems about how Spirit work. Okay, and it's like figuring how they work for you. Now 3 is it's number 32 in the deck. So 3 is about balance. So we're always looking to, it's finding that balance. I'm just going to straighten that up before it falls over, and balance it basically. So finding that pivotal point about, or the axis of where where things are balanced, like within your life, within the things that you see or do or have or whatever it is. So it's finding balance, but I'm hearing more in your belief system basically, and where that came from. So it's like really studying that and hopping out of it, because you know what, we can hop out of it. We've just got to allow ourselves to hop out of it, or like look at the other side of it, switch the perspective, and where did that come from? How is that being controlled? And blah 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 blah. And what why did it get there? Even with our parents and our foreparents, and our grandparents and things like that, our forefathers and mothers. It's like, where did that come from? And you're looking back at because I'm hearing like some past genetic stuff in this life, but also past life that we have been living through in ourselves. So I have a lot of light being energies with me today, and more so today, and those probably be coming in more and more. And so you may find my energy change, and the way that I work change as well. Because the energy is changing, and more of us are becoming more lighter and light being energy in ourselves as we awaken and bring closure to things that don't serve us any purpose for our highest good, and our perception changes even more so. So but it's, and all my other guides and angels are going to be there too, as with yours as well. So it's not that they're going to be parked up and put away, and we're still able to connect with our loved ones in spirit. So it's like, but it's like there's more to spirit than what, than than what you think there is. So anyway, 3 is about balance. So it's finding balance within yourself, balance within your belief systems and thought processes and things like that. But also 2 is around relationships. So I am actually drawing more to your relationship with those that you know over the other side, and how you communicate with them or not. But what it was like with your relationship back here when you were here. Okay, so there's maybe for some of yous, there's some work to do there. The other thing is like to open the door to spirit. They're not there to like piss us off. It's finding our own way of to communicate with them. And and if we're thinking in love, thinking, not just thinking but being, living in that love-based perspective fully, there's that knowing, because I'm hearing some of you are worried about like connecting with them and protection and that sort of thing. Well, ask your angels if you're feeling a little bit. So call out to God or Jesus and ask them for the protection that you need. But going into that love-based perspective rather than a fear-based, okay? Because it's not all what it seems to be, or what you feel like you may know about. So it's not you know what I mean? So they're just saying and do some research about it, okay? Cool. And also, I feel like for some of you, they are helping you to helping you in the background to find some balance or build some balance, create some balance with relationships on this side of the veil. Okay, cool. God, I felt like I just had this amazing big rant. Anyway, so, and then we have 30, because the thing is, when we become at peace with ourselves and, and we're like, clearing up stuff, things do start to come into balance, and then we start to see other things. So there is number 30 here in the deck is the gate, the garden gate, the garden and the gate. So there will, I'm feeling like for a lot of you, almost immediately and soon, depending on your on how you process things. But with this new moon coming in there's an opportunity there to find that balance, as you're building into that to go. So you're moving into this newness. So like at 30, like I say, it's about balance again. And 0 is about a whole new beginning. Like 0 is like that God force energy where there is that sort of balance when you've known where you've come to the end of something. And because you've found that truth or that balance within you, that pivotal point or that knowing or understanding, and you're able to, move through that or past that now and get on to something, a new project or something new in your life. It just opens maybe a new window of seeing, okay? That could be your opportunity, or a new window of being and knowing with some knowledge that you get and how you respond to things in life, basically. So anyway, and then 0, is back to the beginning of a new next cycle, basically. So it could be, of something else, back to the beginning of something else, and beginning something else, basically, is where the 0 comes from. So that's why the garden and the gate. There's the garden and the gate. So you're in the garden, there's something that's flourishing there, and you could, like, that gate is closed, but in the background there on this picture you can see there is the open fields there. There's some where the soil has been toiled, and the way in the background there's some that has been what do you call it, not harvested, has been planted, and there's growth in there as well. So they're just talking about like where you are now in the near future, like you've already, there's some, when you open the gates again for the new part of you, there's a new, the soil is ready to go, or you're ready to plant some new seeds, whatever that is for you. And okay, number 21 is the next card out, and it's about strategy. Okay, so there is some sort of strategy that needs to be put into place. So and it's building something new. 2, once again, it's about relationships, and then 1 is about something new. So it's like building something new with your family together, okay, or building something new with your partner, your spouse, your whatever it is the project is for you within your business or home or family, or just within you. You may be building a new strategy for you and for your vision for the future. And whatever it is that's like allows you to be able to see something differently. So what I'm hearing is think big. Okay, cool. Awesome. So whatever it is, it's like creating a strategy within, and I'm feeling like for some of yous, with the 2 coming up, it's like, it's obviously got something to do with relationships, and how you build on them and bring in people coming into your relationship, and how really it's about us taking note of how we relate to others and them to us, because how we relate to others will affect the way they relate to us, okay, and vice versa. So, so there may be someone that's coming into your relationship circle in some way or another. Could be coming into the family, could be someone coming into your space where like a flatmate or something like that, or a new lover in a relationship lover. If you haven't got if you're single, or even if you're married, there's maybe something that's happening within your marriage, and you may be newly divorced or moving from one on saying that and going, and someone else is coming in. So there's a lot of things that are going on there, and it could be just a new partnership in some way or form that comes into your life in some way or form. I've just repeated myself. So there may be something that's, that is for a lot of you, that may be more where the focus is. And others, it may be just like new friends that have come into your space through other friends and things like that. So you may be ending up going out and socializing and things like that, and doing something different where you bring, or networking with your business and that. So there's that sort of thing. It's like putting yourself out there, which is what this new moon phase is about. Okay, cool. So, oh gosh, okay. Then we have a storm warning, number 10 in the deck. So far out, there's a lot of newness here, and really like with coming up with this, but we've just got to allow it to be and not have any like expectations exactly how it's going to be or what it's going to be and how it's going to work out. Okay, so it's like it's just like, what are they? So it's having because I'm hearing like it's having some, but not, so it's not being like exact. Okay, we could put it out there and it's like yeah, okay, cool. It's like quiet now. So there's something, and I feel like why they were doing that is because there's something, a storm warning. So usually when a storm, for me, it's something is coming, and I feel like but also there's a clearing, which is so in this case here with number 10. So something, there's a new beginning and a new and a rebirth, and something new is starting, like literally for you. And I feel like there's a big clearing that's coming up. Awesome. To help you move forward. And you know what? The next card is number 24, and adjacent possibilities. So really, so you could see like there's a door that's off its hinges. There's some doors that are open, and there are some doors in this picture that are closed. So it's like, but there are some that, are there for you to open. And there are some that are there for you that you've obviously been through. And there are some in there they're ready for you to walk through. Interesting, I see the purple one is open. So, and you have the door to spirit, because purple for me is about, spiritual stuff and stuff like that. So, cool. Yeah. Okay, so, and that's number 24 in the deck. So number 2 is again around relationships. So how we about building relationships, and it could be like I say, with business, with family members, with friends, with a community group that you're working with whatever it is. It's I'm just hearing like more building relationships. So there's opportunities in there to expand yourself, which and out there, put yourself out there. Okay, so in 4 is about grounding. Okay, within that within those relationships, but and I'm hearing too. The other thing is like, it's your relationship with yourself as well. So, and how you respond to those who are out there. Okay, so in grounding, because number 4 is about grounding, security, direction, stability within finances and family, basically, are the 2 main things that they are building. So about creating them, being in them, and building them, as I'm hearing building, but that's like creating as well. So it's like, and being in a firm one, because then when we as we're building them, it's kind of like feeling like that, because when we're in there, we feel like we're more grounded. So it's like some of yous may be like might have maybe building on that and taking action towards, you know, creating a firm, secure foundation for you. And some of you may be changing, that something may be changing, it may be a little bit unstable because of some changes that have been happening in all of our lives in some way or form. So it's like there may be something about you building that, building something, a new one, or, you know, or there are changes. So it's, you know, you're working on that one, okay? Cool. Creating it. So, wow, that was pretty intense. So anyway, those were from the Sandra Taylor, the Energy Oracle deck, which is created by Sandra Ann Taylor. So that's the back of the deck, the pictures there. So so I just wanted to be drawn to draw a card out of the here. Oh, that's it, the tarot deck. And that is, okay, this has come out in reverse, and it's like move away from strife is the Six of Swords. So there seemed, and it was in reverse. So when, you know, in reverse for me means that you may be resisting that move away from strife, okay, with the Six of Swords. So I'm going to turn it up the right way, the correct way. Okay, so there is some sort of a move away from strife, okay, and there's somebody that is helping you to do that, whether that be in spirit or whether they be in the physical. There's it's allowing yourself to, you know, take that opportunity to move away from it, to look at it, to shift it, to release it, whatever it is, and allow yourself to move away from that strife and that you may find yourself in, because it's all about our thoughts. Swords are about thoughts, words, actions. And so depending on which way we choose to use them will depend on which way we move, okay, or stay. It could be that you don't move at all if you're not thinking like outside of the square, or allowing yourself to shift from that. And it's about communicating your ideas, making decisions, and asserting your power, okay. Awesome. I'm just going to leave it there because that was like really quite an intense one, energy, but it's like very flowing and exciting. So I'm really excited for you. And if you would like to book a reading and go a little bit deeper within that, please, make contact with me. My details are in the description box below. And you can get in touch with me there. I think there was something else that I was going to say. I think okay, yep, okay, that's it. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there with lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy that we all leave you and share with you. God bless you, God protect you, and we'll see you next Thursday. Bye for now.